my name is Matthew Batten and this is my son Tom.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do a quick introduction video of the Three Peaks walk that I'll be doing in August. So Tom, can you hold up the map?
Yeah, I will.
So I'll start up here in Scotland, Ben Nevis, climb up Ben Nevis, then walk down towards Glasgow, and then from Glasgow down to the borders and round to the Lake District even.
And then to me.
Then back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll be meeting you. Where am I meeting you? Near Snowdon?
Yeah, yeah.
Snowdon, okay. And so I'll be meeting you about 22 days later.
Yeah.
I'll be covering around 19 miles a day, so over 400 miles in total in the month of August, and it should be one hell of an adventure. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah.
It's 1:10. I've made it to the lovely Glen Nevis. I'm just about to start the trek up Ben Nevis, so wish me luck. Nearly there now. Just approaching the summit. Thank God for that. Okay, I'm on the summit of Ben Nevis now. Took about 3 hours, I think, and it's been quite warm, about 24 degrees, but as you can see, got quite nice views from the top. So that's one down, 2 to go, just a little walk to go in between. I do love this island we live on when it looks this good. Shame all of it doesn't. But when it looks this good, it's pretty damn good. Just leaving Glen Nevis now on the first proper day of walking. It's wet, it's quite humid, but at least there's no midges, so not too bad. Walking for about 3.5, nearly 4 hours maybe. It's been raining most of the morning. Ground's better than going up Ben Nevis, but still pretty rocky. Ankle causing a little bit of pain, but not too bad. So yeah, all in all, enjoyable walk, if a little challenging. So it's the first proper day of walking. I've been walking for about 5 hours now. Made it into, as you can see, very near to Kinloch Leven now. Have to get a coffee and a hot meal and then relax for an hour and then crack on with the next stage of the walk today. Just descending the double staircase, about 600 metres up, and as you can see, quite restless at the moment. About 19 miles into today's walk. But it is really pretty, as you can hopefully see. Ta-da! Okay, so just come down the Devil Staircase, now walking the last couple of miles to my stopping place, which is King's House, where I'll be wild camping. As you can hear and probably see, it is completely and utterly miserable. It's pouring down rain, I'm a little bit cold, my feet hurt, and my ankle's a bit stiff. So yeah, not great fun, but hey ho, nearly there. Beginning of the third day, rained most of last night. It's raining this morning, as you can see. I was hoping for a nice clear morning so I could show off the mountains, but as you can see it's grey and overcast and you can't really see anything. But hey ho, hopefully it won't rain all day because I'm already wet. There's a pretty rainbow. Walking for about an hour and a half on day 3 of the walk, and we actually have some sunshine and it looks rather lovely for a change. Which is a bit like what weather's like in the Highlands. 1 minute it's pouring down rain, next minute it's hail, and next time you'll have like glorious sunshine like it is now. So yeah, all good fun. Monday afternoon, I've made it to Ridge of Ocky. As you can see, it's actually sunny for a change and it's rather beautiful. Feet are pretty good going, so yeah, all good. Just had a very nice lunch with a German lady who shared some of her lager and noodles, which is always good. So just to push on for the last 6 miles of the route now. It's the end of day 3 of the adventure, just outside of a small town called Tyndall. Travelled around 19.3 miles today, just down from 22 yesterday. Rained most of this morning, continuing the theme of constant rain, but it's been quite nice and lovely this afternoon. And as you can see, it's a rather nice little valley that the town sits in, just at the bottom down there. You've probably just got to see my rather wet clothes there as well. But yeah, good day on the whole. Looking forward to day 4. Beginning of day 4, it's not raining, it's quite cool, see a bit of sunshine. The path is pretty good going, and scenery still very lovely. So, all good. It's the morning of day 4. I've been walking for a couple of hours now, and it's all rather pleasant. Whole bodily parts are still operating as they should. No real stiffness, and yeah, it all feels really good. Looking forward to see what the path brings ahead. So it has been raining a lot then in Scotland because we have no bridge. Luckily I've just crossed it, so it's all good. But as you can see, it has been completely and utterly washed away. It's afternoon of day 4. Looks like the valleys have really taken a real pounding with the rain last couple of days. 2 bridges have been taken out, luckily still passable. A lot of vegetation has been washed away, including trees. Wasn't quite expecting it, to be honest, but hey ho, it's the Highlands, so here we go. Just coming down to Loch Lomond now. Found a fantastic do-upper, so anyone wants a cottage right beside Loch Lomond and wants a bit of a project, look no further. Ta-da! As I said, requires a bit of work, but a good do-upper for somebody who wants a project. we're approaching the end of day 4. Started off very well. It's been pretty much dry all day, apart from a late afternoon shower, but it didn't last very long. Lovely scenery approaching Loch Lomond, but my god, the eastern shore, up and down. I'm climbing over boulders, and it's just taken hours to just cover the last couple of miles, and all in slip wet conditions as well. So I'm going to be very glad to see the bunkhouse that I've booked into. Cool. Beginning of day 5, been walking for a couple of hours now, had a really relaxing evening at Inverary bunkhouse. Was able to completely dry out all my clothes, they even did my laundry, had a nice hot meal for a change, and coffee in the morning. What more can you ask for? Now cracking on down the eastern shore of Loch Lomond. Hopefully get to Dryman today, and then after that on to Glasgow. Okay, so it's the afternoon of day 5. I've been walking for over 5 hours now, and I think due to a lack of sleep last night, I think it's starting to catch up with me now. So I was planning to try and get to Dryman, but I don't think it's going to happen, so I'm going to find somewhere to camp in the next 3 or 4 miles and then get some sleep, I think, and go from there, and then just have a slightly longer day tomorrow. Sunning it by the beach now. Well, I go to Spain. It's far away now when you can just sit on the beach and to be fair, it looks pretty stunning. What can you say? Just chill back and relax. Okay, so it's the afternoon of day 5. Walked past 2 campsites now, and there's a part of me that just keeps telling me to push on. So I am. So hopefully I'll find somewhere to camp in the next hour and a half. But in the meantime, it's a lovely sunny afternoon, so I'm going to make the most of it. Morning of day 6. It's the last day on the West Highland Way. This particular section, you're just going through country lanes, heading to Dryman, and then it goes off track again. But yeah, last 15 miles or so of the West Highland Way, and then I'll be on the northern edge of Glasgow, and I can make my way into Glasgow, load up on supplies, get a good night's rest, and then crack on with part 2 of the adventure. Just passing through Dryman now. Came through here about 8 years ago on a little cycling holiday, and it's one of the first official stops on the West Highland Way. If you need supplies or a rest, it's a lovely quaint little village to stop off in. It's mid-morning now, day 6. I've just passed through Dryman, picked up some lovely salted caramel milkshake, walking through some lovely Scottish countryside. So I'm just thinking, choose life, choose walking, and choose salted caramel milkshake. Insert Trainspotting music. Nine and a quarter miles to the end. Here we go. Okay, so I'm on the final stretch of the West Highland Way, less than 2 miles to go. Some thoughts on the actual route itself. It's incredibly well marked. I've only had to refer to a map once, and that was only to just gauge where I was on the route, not to actually locate where I should be or where I should be going. There's loads of places to stop. loads of cafes, restaurants, pubs, inns. Anyone doing it doesn't need to feel like they need to pack everything and have loads of food like I did, but that's just me. You could just have a few snacks for the day and then just buy your meals along the way. It really is that simple. The stretch along Loch Lomond is tougher than I expected. It took a lot more out of me than I thought it would have done. Having two bridges go down on you is a bit strange, a bit like if should be in some kind of long way round documentary of Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman going through Mongolia, not the West Highland Way. But hey ho, got over the rivers fine. Got told that section and the section round north of Loch Lomond was actually closed because of the flooding that they had experienced along there. But of course, because I was coming down, I didn't find out any of this until I'd actually gone past those areas already. But the rangers that I did see were pretty much on the scene the morning after, so if there's any damage or any issues with the routes, then there's plenty of rangers to jump all over things really. All in whole, a fantastic route. Anyone who enjoys hiking, I would highly recommend the West Highland Way. It's got a global feel. I say at least 50% of the people that I've bumped into are from either Central Europe or America, Australia, everywhere really. It really is a global trail, and as I say, one that I would highly recommend. Walking through Glasgow now, a couple of miles to my rest point. It's been a bit of an off day today. Mileage is a little bit down, which is good, so looking forward to relaxing, the big meal, and recharging for the big miles tomorrow. Morning of day 7, just walking through the inner part of Glasgow, heading south. It's raining. It's been raining all morning. It's probably going to rain for the rest of the morning. Yeah, all good fun. Hi there, it's the morning of day 7. It's been raining. Didn't get much sleep last night. My ankle's been playing me up and it's quite stiff this morning. So see how we go, and hopefully the rain will ease up later this day. Okay, so it stopped raining. East. Ankles a little bit better, but still pretty painful. I'm at the right side, hobbling along this dual carriageway, trying to get places. Made it to halfway. Isn't that good? For a couple of hours now, actually made it to some countryside. So just in between Glasgow proper and Hamilton, and yeah, feeling okay apart from this stupid ankle. But I think I'll judge it in Hamilton and go from there. Okay, walked from basically Glasgow city centre to Hamilton now, and my ankle is pretty fracked. So yeah, I'm gonna have a rest and then think about what I can do. It's the afternoon of day 7, and I was having a think around noon today. The walk up from Glasgow city centre to Hamilton, my ankle really wasn't happy. It hasn't really been happy since Fort William, but I've kind of been strapping it and taking painkillers and all that kind of jazz, and I think the walk up, it just wasn't happy at all, and it was starting to crunch. So I thought that's probably not a good sign. I'll probably do something about that. So I didn't want to just call quits on everything, so I came up with a plan B. Plan B is bike. So I will be cycling to the Lake District now. I've done about a mile on it already, and the fact that I'm not putting any weight on my foot seems to be helping enormously. So hopefully that will mean that I'll be able to at least complete the mission. Even if it isn't walking there, I will be travelling under my own power in one form or another. If anyone wants to argue with me, then they're more than happy to walk 120 miles with a sprained ankle and then cycle 350 odd miles, and then they can say something to me. But I didn't want to let anyone down or myself down, so I have to do this. So yeah, so I have a bike and I will be cycling down to Carlisle and then round to the Lake District. It will mean that my mileage is a bit longer, but that's fine, it's not a problem. So this is now the hiking and cycling National Three Peaks Challenge, but I'm still walking up hills because I don't have many gears on my bike. So great, eh? Thought that one through, didn't I? But at least I'm smiling. It's all good. As you can see, my feet, I've got midge bites up them. They're pretty mucky, and the bottom of my feet got what you could describe as the beginning of trench foot. So how are we going to cope with this? We're going to use aloe vera for the midgy bites, talcum powder to try and dry out the skin, and baby wipes initially to just clean up the skin itself. Okay, alright, so that's how I do it. It's mid-morning on day 8 now. Just passing through a very nice little village of Abington. No, not that one in Northampton. I'm pushing the bike because the saddle is hell, and gives me an excuse to enjoy the rather lovely countryside that I'm passing through. Lots of lovely rolling hills. Luckily the roads are reasonably flat, so they're not too bad. But the saddle on this bike, well, the bike's called Conqueror, but I think a more suitable name would probably be Hades Pike, because it's not good. It's just not good. But hey ho, pushing on south now to Carlisle. All good. Day 9, raining a little bit, slept relatively well, I was in a proper campsite for a change. Heading down towards Gretna Green today, should stop just before it. Last full day in Scotland. It's been amazing, basically, amazing. Just looking forward to getting this section done, so stage 2 done by the time I get down to Carlisle, and then just making preparations for going up Scarfell and continuing south from there. So yeah, all good fun. So it's mid-morning on day 9, just walking through the village of Lockerbie. Hope to get a hot drink, a hot meal, and then continue pushing south. I think definitely using the bike for the majority of miles since Hamilton has helped my ankle. So hopefully by the time I get round to the Lake District, we'll have a bit of strength so that I can crawl up Scarfell Pike. Here we are in Bruce's cave, where it's very echoey. And if Robert the Bruce did stay here, it must have been a bit cramped with his followers. But you do get a nice view to the river. It's the evening of day, what is it now? 8. It's been raining all day. It's been completely miserable. I've been completely soaked out again. I've been able to wash some of my clothes, but this rain's just really doing my head in, and my feet, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have a big day tomorrow, try and have a big day tomorrow and get to Keswick, where I can sleep under a roof and be dry and hopefully not hear the rain. So that's the plan, but otherwise ankles doing better today, and yeah, all systems go. Here in Longtown, just crossing the River Esk, and as you can see, it looks like it's burst its banks and is raging. It's the morning of day 10, across the border, heading south towards Carlisle, just going through a rural farmland area at the moment, and it's rained rather a lot, as you can hopefully see. Everywhere seems to be flooded, and you've got livestock on the higher ground, and yes, it's rather wet everywhere, but yeah, everything else is good, so cracking on. About mid-morning now on day 10, and I'm outside Carlisle Castle. So I cycled and hiked from Glasgow to Carlisle, so that's stage 2 now done. End of day 10, about 1 mile out of Keswick, and just come across this rather beautiful stone circle. So I thought I'd stop here, say hello to you guys, and then collapse in a heap in a pub somewhere. Being of day 11, had a very pleasant evening in Keswick, ate a lot, drank a lot, and now a slightly easier day today. Be around 20 miles with a bit of hiking over a pass towards Dale Head and to the base of Scarfell Pike. Lake District looking pretty special today. Very, very nice. hilly here for a bike, but I'm getting somewhere. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. Pretty though, isn't it? Yeah, pretty. Morning of day 11, and I'm just starting to make my way up Scarfell Pike. It's been raining most of the night. It's a bit drizzly now, so I'm just going to take the time and get up there and get down. I'm walking for about an hour or so now, basically in a big cloud. It's wet, it's miserable, but I feel like I'm getting somewhere, so it's all good. Day 13, very reluctantly left Wysdale Head today and slowly making my way in the direction of Lancaster. Joints and muscles are a bit stiff, but hey ho, on we go. Yeah, I've been on the road for nearly 2 weeks. Oh, it's knackering. It is quite liberating at the same time. It's the afternoon of day 13, and unlike yesterday, got glorious sunshine, and I've even had to put sun cream on. I know! So, legs are a bit knackered, but smiling because it's pretty and the sun's out. So yeah, all good. Rubbish for days and days and days, so I decided to take a pretty route. So I'm back on the western side of the Lake District and am currently enjoying nice ice cream next to Windermere, because why not? The morning of day 14, and it's back to business as normal with the rain and more rain. I'm in Kendal now, heading very slowly to Lancaster. Ankles playing up a little bit, so just taking my time. Morning of day 15. It's sunny, which is great. Feeling a little bit rested after a nice evening in Lancaster. Ankles are suffering a bit today, both of them for a change, just to make things interesting. But as long as it's sunny and not pouring down a rain, then I'm going to have a smile on my face. So it's all good. Just made it to Preston, or just the outskirts of Preston. Okay, so just made it to the outskirts of Preston, and I've got myself into the catch-22 position of having saddle sore. But if I get off the bike and walk for a bit, then I'm annoying my ankles, which are quite painful today. So the only real answer is to just keep pushing on. And it's still sunny, so it's all good. Just passing through Southport on this very sunny, lovely morning. It's nice and cool. Hopefully it'll stay like this all day. Heading down to Liverpool to catch the ferry over to the Wirral, and yeah, should hopefully be a good day. Liverpool city centre now. Enjoyed a couple of hours just chilling out before catching the ferry over to the Wirral. Yeah, it's been a good day. Not too hot, no rain, a little bit windy maybe, but as you can probably tell. But yeah, good day. It's the morning of day 17, just crossing the River Dee to get into Wales proper. I'll be following the North Welsh coast for the next 2 days before then hopefully climbing Snowdon. Good day yesterday, hopefully the weather will stay today and be nice and dry. Afternoon of day 17, and I appear to have hit some kind of wall because my energy is just not there. Just slowly dragging this bike up these Welsh hills in the rain. So yeah, hard work, but hopefully once I'm onto the coast proper, I'll be onto more flat ground and be able to crack on a lot easier. It's afternoon, day 17. Ankle hurts, thighs hurt. I've got saddle sore, but I'm by the beach, so yeah, I must be doing a beach holiday now. Day of travelling, decided to take the pretty route, so I'll be continuing to follow the gorgeous Welsh coast. Should be about 40 odd miles today, and then I'll collapse and eat somewhere around Everest before going up Snowdon tomorrow. Seem to have picked a nice day to do the last day of cycling, even though my energy in my legs is basically gone. My saddle sore is basically hell. Yeah, and I've had a flat tire already today. So yeah, good day. Looking forward to it being over. It's day 19, last day of the trip, here with brother Nick. Hi. And we're just going to go up Snowdon now. Hopefully the ankle will hold out and be down in a couple of hours. Some 350 miles of hiking and cycling, climbing Ben Nevis, Scafell Pike. I'm now on the top of Snowdon. Mission is done. Hip hip hooray! Time to just get down now. It's been one hell of a time, but I'm very glad it's over. Of being on the road, the hike is done. I hope you've enjoyed watching me over the past 2.5 weeks or so. Ankle's pretty gone, thighs are pretty gone, but if you have donated, thank you very much. If you can at all possible, please donate to raise funds for without your cares. Thank you. Thomas! Okay, mate. Yeah? Well done, man. Hi guys, it's a few weeks now since finishing the trip. Just wanted to do a final video just to round things off. Just want to start off by saying that the ankle is on the mend. I got it checked out when I got back, and luckily it was just a severely swollen, sprained ankle. I've not snapped any tendons or damaged it in any other way, so that's all good. But I'll still be off the beaten track, so to speak, for a couple of months while that heals. But I mean, with these things and these trips, you as long as you're getting out of it what you're putting into it, then it's always worth continuing, which is why I decided to take the old cheap £99 bike from Argos and continue the trip. If it was probably any other trip, I probably wouldn't have continued. I just jumped on the train and got home. But when you do these big trips and you've put so much into it, as long as you're getting out of it what you're putting into it, then it's always worth continuing. I think the highlights for myself probably would be the Highlands of Scotland, obviously. I also greatly enjoyed the Lake District around Wesserdale Head. The remoteness of the area around there just makes the whole trip more enjoyable, and the sunny climate or sunny couple of days that I had was just very special while I was there. I think in terms of gear, I think I had a very good rucksack. Although it wasn't completely waterproof, it was very light, which was the key. And when you're doing big trips, long trips, especially on foot, it's all about getting the weight down as much as possible. So you should always get the best gear that you can afford with these types of trips. So I mean, for myself, I think if I was to do anything like this again, for starters, I probably wouldn't do anything like this again anytime soon. I think my key at the moment is just to spend as much time with the kids. As the trip went on, I did miss them greatly, and you don't want to put any unnecessary stress on them. It's not really fair on them. So I probably wouldn't do anything like this anytime soon again. But you've always got ideas in your head of what you may want to do. But yeah, it's certainly nothing big. And my lovely daughter here just wants to say hello now, don't you?
Hi.
Hello.